Welcome to Brain Vision.
Alright, so first we will draw a diagram concerning a few curves with a book printing industry that is competitive and begins in long run equilibrium. So first we'll draw our diagram here with price and quantity. So first we'll draw our marginal cost curve. Marginal cost curve at first slopes downwards due to efficiency and collaboration, but then the law of diminishing returns dictates that the marginal cost curve will slope upwards as quantity increases. Then we'll draw our average total cost curve. Starts in the middle with average fixed costs being high and then decreases as the marginal cost curve brings this curve down. Then the average total cost curve will hit its minimum point as the marginal cost curve and the average total cost curve intersect, and the average total cost curve will then increase as marginal cost brings it up. Next, we will draw our marginal revenue curve. Our marginal revenue curve is something that we actually know due to our knowledge that the book printing industry is competitive and is in long-run equilibrium. If these two things are true, then we know that profits of a firm in this market are equal to zero. And if the profits of the firm, of a profit maximizing firm, are equal to zero, then we know that the marginal revenue has to be equal to the lowest point of average total cost. So marginal revenue or price in this market is right here. Our final thing we need to figure out is the supply curve of a typical firm in this industry, and that is actually the same thing as the marginal cost curve in this type of perfectly competitive industry. So next part of the question is what asks us when high-tech's profits, or what happens to high-tech's profits when a new process sharply reduces the cost of printing books. This is something we can figure out with a new diagram. And so we know when the sharply reduced cost of printing books will bring down the marginal cost and bring down the average total cost. And in the short run, our marginal revenue will not change. And so this creates a gap in between our marginal revenue and our average total cost. And so this will create a rectangle in which we can base our profits off of right here. And so what's inside this curve or this rectangle is what would be the profits of this high-tech company, as they have a patent that prevents other firms from using the technology. So finally, the question asks us what would happen as in the long run as the patent expires and firms are able to use this technology. And so first, all the other firms in the market would then have this type of marginal cost and average total cost curve on the right. And since there are profits in this market, we see that there are going to be newcomers into the market, seeing as there are potential profits. And with the result of new firms entering the industry, that they will all bring the marginal revenue curve down to the new long-run equilibrium of this market, where the marginal revenue curve will then hit the minimum point of the new average total cost curve, and this will be our new marginal revenue curve with